Well, Reece, you've signed your first professional deal at the club. Just tell us how you're feeling.
Obviously delighted to have signed my first professional contract, and I'm also happy to sign it with this club. I think I've got a great opportunity here working under Lee Clark, and I look forward to working with him for the next 2.5 years.
Can you quite believe the season you've had with the progression you've made up to the first team?
Not really. It's all still a bit new to me. Obviously, only playing 4 games and coming on now and again, but I feel like I'm getting used to it now, and I should be alright here.
How did your progression up to the first team come about? Because Lee Clark said in training is where you really impressed him.
We played a 21s game against Solihull Moors, and I played that game. I created 1, scored 2, and had a good performance. The next day he called me in to train with him. Good display obviously must have been, and from there.
The manager said after the game against Brighton that he feels that technically you're one of, if not the best player at the club. It must be nice to hear that sort of backing from the manager.
Yeah, it's a great compliment from the manager, and it shows that he believes in me, and that's all you really need as a player.
You made your first team debut in difficult circumstances, 3-0 down at Turf Moor. What was that like?
It was a different experience, but also a good one, because it's still first team football. It was obviously a bit down about the result, but I enjoyed it, obviously being my first time.
And you've made 3 more appearances. How do you feel that you've coped with the step up in level?
Well, I think I'm not doing the worst, doing alright. The gaffer obviously must think I'm doing decent to keep picking me. Hopefully I'll keep progressing, keep going good, and keep starting games for the club.
And your first start, you picked up the Man of the Match award, so not a bad full debut.
Nah, not bad at all. Very happy with that, I was delighted, and I appreciated the fans' support.
How difficult is it coming in as a young player into a team when perhaps performances aren't going your way?
It's difficult, but we've got a good team around me, like players like Robbo and Pete and Hayden, all the players, the support, talk to you. If I ever need to speak to the staff, Terry or the gaffer, anyone, they're there for me, so it's alright.
And what are your sort of personal ambitions, not just for this season, but for the remainder of your contract that you've signed?
Just gain a starting place in the team regularly, week in, week out. Hopefully, by doing so, help the team to progress, hopefully get promotion, and just go from there.